Hello, it's I, Puppy Park. Welcome, to an interesting game, a demo of sorts. This is a demo called, Memoralysis. I have trouble saying the name. The Scorched Home. And this is, funny enough, this is an indie, according to Steam, an indie visual novel murder mystery game. Made by a person I follow on Twitter, a mutual, the internet. I've bought their art before, known as Mads England. The art may seem familiar, as the art is this art right here. I've actually commissioned them. Yes, I've commissioned. Yeah, yes. Right when they say mystery visual novel, it's like that sounds great. But this is the actual art that I've done. This is my Warrior Light. I've commissioned them on. They also play FF14 quite a lot, and they talk about it. Done many pictures of various F14 characters, including Foxy Grandpa himself, Emmett Silk. You know, but yeah, no, they do a lot of wonderful art on other things, and so I was very interested when they were making a video game. And so yeah, this the demo actually I heard took a while to come out. Apparently, just how I have no idea how releasing video games is, but I assume it is a process. But it finally is out at least, and I want to give it a shot. So might as well just start it up, and see how this goes. Okay, there's history. Sunday, June 19th, 2 p.m. Les Îles-sur-Mer, the Beaumont family estate. Oh, this is a nice little house. I'm pretty sure if I like walk on those flowers, they'll kill me. I assume this is our protagonist. They have cool glasses, sunglasses. Nice fashion. This was definitely a mistake. This is hardly the first time this job has me dropping everything to catch a red-eye flight. But this time I don't even know if I'm getting paid. That's not good. You shouldn't take a job if you're not getting paid. Still, if it's Reese Beaumont, I haven't heard from him in years. Then out of nowhere, I get word that it's time to collect one of the many favors I owe him. Urgently. Oh. Well, that sucks. Now, what I expected to do this weekend... Not what I expected to do this weekend, sure, but the fact of the matter is I did run up quite the tab with him. It was all a lifetime ago. But Reese always had a long memory. The day he'd finally call on me was inevitable, really. Only an act of God could have averted it. So imagine my shock when I found out he was murdered on Friday night. Oh. Well, if he's murdered, then you can't collect anything that we owe him. Let's leave. Calling in a favor from beyond the grave. Typical. I don't know if surprised is the right way to feel about his untimely passing. But I wasn't expected to clear my schedule over it. And I definitely wasn't expected to be contacted in his name posthumously. Which of course begs the question, who exactly hired me? This gives me the vibe. Reminds me of Knives Out when it's like, yeah, I don't know who hired me, so I just got here. I guess I'm solving a murder mystery. I got a cool southern accent. Excuse me. Are you Philan Delancey, by any chance? Yes, that's me. And you are? I'm Emma Garnett. I'm the daughter of the acting president of the Beaumont Group. Oh, acting. Acting president. She extends her hand out at a stock-still 90-degree angle, and shakes mine with more force than I would expect her to be capable of. I assume she's either, morning person or some sort of card-carrying STEM major. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Likewise. I've been asked to greet today's, guests. Oh, there are more people coming here. Fantastic. Are we at the funeral? Is this what's happening right now? Solving a murder mystery at the funeral? That's a little insensitive, but why not? Are you expecting someone else? Oh, yes, the detective. That's you, obviously. And the family's lawyer, Miss Khan. Khan. And a lawyer, no less. Khan is a pretty common last name, though. It's probably just a coincidence. It probably won't be a coincidence. Ah, yeah, there we go. Flan? No way! Right, of course. You're late, Mira. Sorry, but I'm not much later than this guy, at least, yeah? Characteristically casual greeting, despite the circumstances. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Really? I've been working with Reese on and off ever since you showed my card his way. Shoved his card... You know, back when you decided to bail. Was there drama? Oh. You think I'd pass a client like him up? Last I heard, you were drowning in pro bono. Why do you think I needed the money? Besides, I like the scenery here. Do you two know each other? We went to school together. Oh. Rivals? Lovers? Both? So cold. This man right here is one of my dearest, most beloved friends. Don't let him intimidate you, Emma. He's a pain in the ass with a heart of gold. That's Mira for you. Always looking for the best in people. You never guessed that we haven't spoken in nearly a year. I see. Well, you two can follow me into the house as soon as you're ready. She turns on her heels sharply, like she's in a marching band, and hurries off up the path. She always that jumpy, or was I the problem? She's been that tightly wound every time I've seen her. But this isn't exactly a relaxing occasion for Lon. I didn't notice. Very funny. Get that out of your system now before you say something insensitive to the newly double orphaned niece. Double orphaned? Damn. That's, yeah, it's tragic. Or pattern. Oh, you mean Mr. Beaumont was the primary guardian of his niece, Calosia James. She's the only heir to the family's grip on the region. I guess that makes her a big deal. You must have met her, right? What's she like? What? I'm trying to think of a nice way to describe her. That's not a good sign. She's kind of unsettling. Huh? I mean, don't get me wrong. She's always acted like a perfectly lovely young woman, but she's a bit odd. Mia rarely has a bad word to say about anyone. I can only imagine what a bit odd means to her. You'll probably get what I mean, like, immediately, so I wouldn't worry about it. If it makes you feel any more at ease, the rest of the crowd aren't much better. Strangely enough, it kind of does. It doesn't. That was a blatant lie. I hate dealing with volatile personalities. Oh, you chose the wrong profession. Mirabelle, I guess I forgot how comfortable it feels to have her in my corner. Hey, Mira. We can catch up later. You have a job to do, right? I guess we both do. But I kind of hope it doesn't come to that. What do you mean? It'd suck if I had to protect my client from you. I'd probably be screwed. You're too damn thorough. Haven't we established that I'm not coming back to court anytime soon? Oh, do we used to be a lawyer? Oh, I don't mean like that. Who knows what kind of stuff you might uncover on this case? Could set off your righteous instincts. I'm just here to find out who killed the guy. What happens after that isn't my concern. If you say so. This dude is fashionable, by the way. There's something behind her eyes, but I can't place it. Maybe the distance did more than I thought. Come on, they're waiting for us. Also, previously a lawyer. He's giving me Ace Attorney vibes. Move. Oh, I can move around? Oh, I can move around this. Hang on. How do I... Oh, you can save. Although my cursor isn't appearing, which is fun. Let's see. Go to help. What is it there? Arrow keys. I guess arrow keys and navigate interface. It's best. Oh, I got history. Oh, the interface down there, I think is... Oh, there we go. Alright. Everyone is posing here. Alright, on the left, someone's giving me the side eye. Oh, man. Got music. I also don't know how loud the music is. I need to check a bit, but, you know, give me a sec. Talking, la la. I think it seems fine. Let me know if it's too loud. There we go. There's a lot of flowers. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Someone looking at their phone over there. This person just got a cool blue suit. And there's that other person we just met just now. Okay. According to Mira, on the evening prior to the murder, Reese had a few people over for dinner. Those people have gathered here. Between the camera coverage at the front of the house and the passable security of the estate, the odds of an external unseen party are slim. In other words, these are my prime suspects. They're all Vermont Group higher-ups, executives and other such professionals. The Vermont Group is the company that Reese ran for the past decade or so. The story goes that his father started it as a modest agricultural business, which then expanded into broader technological ventures over time, eventually becoming a pillar of the community. I know better than to accept that description at face value, but it's the one I was told. What I do know is that they're the largest employer in the city of Lizelle, probably in the whole region of Albrasi, too, considering how much of it is farmland. Most of what they do falls under the broad label of agriscience and biotechnology, whatever that entails. Oh, we get plant monsters? Maybe we'll get Resident Evil plant monsters that kill them. This is the victim's inner circle, so to speak. We've all been in contact, so I can introduce you to any of them. Just say the word. Who to approach first? Oh, you can highlight things. I can look at this. Someone clearly gave preferential treatment to the arrangements with little color to them. The cards are watermarked with company logos I don't recognize and bear similarly polite, impersonal condolences. Most of these were likely sent by secretaries and personal assistants. Only one has a handwritten note. My heart breaks for you and you. All my love, Ruby. Huh. I wonder who that is. I don't even know who I clicked on. This is Samil Carmen. He's the head of the Vermont Group's biotech branch. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You can just call me Carmen. Almost everyone does. A terrifyingly firm handshake. What is up with these people? What is this man built out of anyways? I was expecting a flimsy bureaucrat. Focus fell on. I hear you're from a ways out of town. Thank you for traveling all this way on such short notice. It's no good to leave these open wounds to fester. Better for everyone to take care of things quickly, yeah? Yes, it's generally best not to drag your feet in these situations. Though I assure you, I'm not one to rush either. Good. That's what I like to hear. Lots riding on this. I can relax a bit knowing the princess has someone responsible on the job. Princess? Do you mean Miss James? The very same. She's, well, It's hard not to worry. Beaumont was the only family she had left, and even before that she always seemed so fragile. I keep expecting this to be the kind of thing that breaks her. Oh, but you probably had questions for me, right? I didn't mean to ramble. Just a quick idea of what your evening looked like, if you would. Most of my time around the dinner was spent with everyone else, so I'm sure you'll keep hearing about that. Before that, I arrived early around 3:30 with Dr. Rosales. She can explain it better than I can, but we had to prepare a demonstration of sorts for everyone. We got this new technology we're working on, very hush-hush, though it's really not as interesting as that sounds. Why is it hush-hush? Last time I saw Beaumont was after dinner. We chatted alone over on the patio for a bit. The one just over there, through those doors. Not the one where his body was found. That's upstairs. He didn't talk about anything important, or anything at all, really. We were just out for a smoke. He said he wanted to get some work done and headed up to the study shortly after. And I saw myself up a bit after that. At about 8:15, I think, more or less. You went home? Eventually, but I made a stop back at the research center. First, just to drop some things off. I'm sure you'd have no trouble corroborating that. That's it? That's it. Pretty uneventful evening as far as I could tell. At the time. But everything feels more sinister in hindsight, doesn't it? I wish I could have been more helpful, but all the details I want to dwell on are probably just a result of paranoia. I wouldn't beat yourself up over that. It's my job to start contextualizing all of this, not yours. Of course, I'll try to stay out of your way then. That dude's too trusting, I don't trust him. Yeah, I clicked somehow and that already did that. Maybe I have to reload the game because the cursor isn't. Oh, what the? I don't even know how that happened. I'm moving the mouse, I guess. I'm trying to. Well, there's a demo. Yeah, no. Then that's some cool spotlights, though. That's nice. Yeah, they don't. Wow, that's so weird. Okay, I figured out the issue. This is totally a me thing and not anything about the game. But if anyone ever has this issue, it's just like in OBS. Even though display capture in the menu was like, the eyeball thing was turned off. If game capture is under it, then it's just like, nah, it's gone. You can't use the mouse. You can't see the mouse. I don't know why that's a thing or why that happens, but okay. I don't even have display capture on, but whatever. Anyway, after that, I will. Hang on, we'll do this so I can remember to maybe try to edit that out if I ever save this VOD. Anyway, I had a weird issue with the mouse not showing up, but it's there now. Anyway, let's continue this going on. Hello, oh my. This person's mustache. Look at this mustache. It's so fancy. Everyone's hearing game is also on point. You're late. Hi, Baron. Hello, Miss Khan. Your companion kept me waiting longer than I expected. Yeah, he'll do that. Philon, this is Baron Dion, head of the Beaumont Group's Agriscience branch. Charmed. Cold handshake. A really, really cold handshake. In this weather? In this part of town? In this part of the neighborhood? All localized in this little living room? It's an unnecessarily sanitized title, really. What I do is far more hands-on in the community than our sister department. But I doubt you're interested in the logistics of a mid-sized city's farming economy, am I correct? You'll hear about our dearly departed president. If you could give me a rundown of what that night looked like for you. I arrived on time, at an uneventful dinner, and enjoyed the company of my colleagues a while. I stayed a bit later than the others because I was making preparations for the Solstice Festival. Solstice Festival? This is the first I'm hearing of that. It's a local occasion, but I don't believe the others are particularly interested in it. It's a tradition to host some of the festivities at the estate, you say. positive community presence and all that, though the responsibility always fell on me rather than Reese. I suppose my efforts have gone to waste now. It's only 2 days away and we're all tied up in a murder investigation. How late did you stay here? Until about 10. My home is a short walk away, so I didn't think much of it. I must confess I was a bit of a rude guest, not saying goodbye to Reese. Though I suppose he could be called a bad host for leaving us all while the night was still young. Assuming he wasn't already indisposed, of course. Yeah, I would assume he left because he was dead. Right. In any case, Miss James was polite enough to carry the slack for her uncle. I don't like how you said that. Carry the slack. You left without saying anything. Offered me tea, in fact, when I was already on my way out. Fascinating girl. Can never quite tell what's going on in her head, though I imagine none of this will be good for her. It seems like a given. I've been led to believe that it was just her and her uncle in the house. I suppose so. Oh, that does remind me, she wasn't alone. Even as I was finally leaving, Miss Garnet hardly left her side that evening. She was the only guest remaining when I took my leave. I see. Thank you for your cooperation. Of course. There are many faces at play here, Mr. Delancey. I'm happy to be a beacon in the dark. Miss Garnet, huh? Maybe I should circle back to her. Hello? Ma'am? Wow. This atmosphere. Pardon me. Viv? Can I steal you a second? What am I, just invisible to everybody? Oh, Mira. Is that the detective? Philan Delancey. It's good to meet you, Miss... Dr. Vivian Rosales, PhD, at your service. Do you do any first aid on the corpse? I'm the head of the research team for the Vermont Group's biotech branch. Oh, maybe not that type of doctor. Basically, I'm the brains of the operation. Got it? I can't tell if that's a joke or not. So, you're making the rounds now? Collecting data? Just a preliminary sweep to get an idea of what I'm working with. Fair enough. I take it you want my account of the evening. If you would. Sam and I came to the house early, around 3:30, to prepare a scientific demonstration. Samil Carmen, my boss. He recently completed a prototype for a biofuel that I think has some real potential, you see. I thought that the gathering made it for a good opportunity to show it off. Between you and me, though, I suspected Sam just wanted to rub it in Burns' face. After that, dinner was lovely, really. That Celosia is a surprisingly good cook. Not much of a hostess, though. The girl barely said anything all night. After that, I hung around a while, had a bit to drink during dinner, and wanted to be safe to drive, you see. Took a lovely evening stroll around the whole estate. As a matter of fact, it's got a gorgeous view. Talked to most of the others at some point or another, though. I didn't really get a chance to follow up with Sam. He looked quite serious talking to Reese. I didn't want to interfere. And then I went home around 9. Did anything stand out to you at all? I suppose I thought it was a bit odd how early Reese turned in. But those who knew him better didn't seem to think anything of it. So maybe that's how he was. I felt a bit odd having Celosia hovering around, taking care of things I'd frankly expect him to handle. She always seems so stiff and uncomfortable in these sorts of social settings. Mood. Like a maid in her own home. Not to be another gossip buzzing around the heiress, of course. I just find her more interesting than these men and their petty squabbles. Squabbles? It's always something with them, though nothing interesting to be a murder motive. Petty seems harsh. I think you'll find me blunter than most of them. But that's just because I got here through skill and not histrionics. It's always the kind of nonsense I mentioned already. Like Sam making a show of his department's achievements in front of Byrne. They've got a professional rivalry? Something like that. You think someone is so busy wouldn't waste their energy on meaningless pride, but they're nothing if not excessive. Is that useful data for you? Could be. It's definitely interesting. I won't keep talking your ear off, about my colleagues' juvenile dramatics when there's a murder to be solved, and I'd be happy to spill it all if it comes up. Right, of course. Thank you, Dr. Rosales. It's definitely unprofessional, but part of me is hoping that this case will give me an excuse to dig into this. Her smile feels unreasonably knowing. That girl was indeed blunt. Mr. Delancey, I presume. That's the one. Philon. This is Dominic, the acting president. Please, I'm still the vice president as far as I'm concerned. It feels foolish to rush into the company business when a man is dead. It's not like our entire operation will collapse overnight. The father of the girl from earlier. He looks exhausted. I'll try not to take up too much of your time, Mr. Garnet. Ask whatever you need to. Reese's murder is far more important than whatever the shareholders are worked up about. Could you give me an account of the evening? Let's see. Emma and I both arrived on time around 4. She went off to help Celosia, who was taking care of dinner that night. That left the company people, and you, of course, Mira, to talk amongst ourselves a while. Mira was one of the dinner guests? She just says nothing, like, oh, I guess I was here, sure, fuck it. The biotech reps showed us a demonstration of what they were working on, and then we ate. I accompanied Reese to his study and left him to his work. Unfortunately, that was the last time I, or anyone as far as I can tell, saw him alive. I see. Any other encounters after that? Oh, sure, some of us lingered. I believe I spoke with Byrne a while before leaving. I left around 9 along with Vivian, but I believe Byrne said he was going to stick around a bit. Got it. Thank you for your cooperation. I won't keep you any longer. I'll be around. Please don't hesitate to ask me about anything that might come up. I'm getting thrown a lot of names already, and I don't know about remember any of them. Well, you can go. I can go all the way back. So that's a long history. Vivian is the doctor. Byrne was the man with the mustache. It's the beginning of the game. I did talk to that other guy. I could also just go talk to them now again. Just to remember their names. Oh no, you can't talk to anyone else? Or, well, no, you can. It's just a little finicky. There you go. I want to see his name. This is Samuel Carmen. He's the head of the Vermont Group's biotech branch. That's Samil. They smoked outside. Yeah, we already talked to them. Guess they'll go by Carmen. The dialogue thing. Day 15. They smoked outside. Yeah, it'll be hard to remember everyone's names, but we'll try. Hello again. We didn't really get a chance to talk before. Also, hello, Snow Monkey. I'll, drink some water after I finish talking to this young lady. Oh, right. Of course. Whatever your name, Mr. Delancey, I'm happy to help. Can you give me your account of the evening as well? You stand out from the rest of this crowd. I suppose that's true. Did I accidentally strike a nerve? I've been tagging along these sorts of events for as long as I can remember. At this point, I don't think much of it. The others don't have kids, that's all. It's always just me and Celosia at these things. Though we're not exactly kids anymore. I just got into medical school, for God's sake. But you know, it's not like I'm actually a part of the business. So I spent the night paired off with Celosia, which meant occasionally helping her organize dinner, because apparently no one else was going to. She'd been determined to pull off this baked mussel dish and a fig salad and some sort of cod fillet all by herself. That sounds disgusting. Which she did in the end. It was delicious. She's lying, just to spare her feelings. What a good person. And all I really did was vary some ingredients around. But that meant I missed most of the socializing beforehand, including whatever the research team was showing off. I mean, they were just in the other room, but I didn't really get a clear idea of what they were all so worked up over. Some sort of fuel source, right? Yeah. Dr. Rosales tried to explain it to me later, but to be honest, I didn't understand half the terms she was using. Whatever it is, it's self-sustainable, so that's pretty cool. That sounds awesome. Afterwards, I don't know. The usual. Trying to keep up with her company talk until I gave up. Mara left pretty soon after dinner, too, so it was really just company higher-ups. I ended up talking with Celosia for pretty much the whole evening. I had brought up a research project I'm doing for class, and we just sort of got into it. To the point where I completely lost track of the time. I told my dad to head out without me because I'd driven here on my own, and I didn't want to keep him. Celosia eventually suggested I stay over in one of the guest rooms, and I was exhausted at that point, so I accepted. I felt bad about imposing though, so I slipped out early in the morning, which sounds rude, I know, but that's just kind of how we are. Celosia's not one for excessive pleasantries, and I like to break from overcompensating for the both of us. But, that meant I was out here before Celosia knew what had happened. I had no idea I was walking around the house with a corpse in it. It's been kind of freaking me out to think about. That sounds pretty bad, right? It's not great for your alibi. No. But in terms of personal impression, I can't imagine why this young woman would possibly murder her father's boss, then be so sloppy about it. I shouldn't jump to conclusions. There's clearly a lot I don't know about these people. This can be deceiving. And right now she looks awfully nervous. I'm sorry if that's not that useful. But after Byrne left, it was just me, Celosia, and Mr. Beaumont left in the house. And Celosia and I were together for most of that time. I don't know what else to tell you. You've been plenty helpful, Emma. Thank you. I'll let you know if I need anything else. Alright, we've talked to these... Is there more people? Could be. So, got everyone's stories straight? Where are the cops? Am I the only one here? I know you're a lawyer, but, I feel like there should be a bunch of I'm pretty sure they came by, obviously, to look at the body. You know, I feel like I'm still missing someone. Oh, yeah. Mira, why don't you talk? Mira! Why didn't you tell me you were here that night? What, am I a suspect now? Me? Really? Can't even blindly trust an old friend on suspicion of murder. I see how it is. You know, that's not how this works. Hard ass. Just trying to be thorough. Weren't you just saying how that's a strength of mine? Yeah. So, what's your recollection of the evening? Same as everyone else's. I showed up pretty late. A little after 5, I think. I was the last to arrive. Saw the science fair project, ate dinner, floated until it got weird, then left around 8. Had a hot Friday night doing paperwork in my hotel room. I'm sure I could pull up some timestamps to corroborate that if you want them. I'm not trying to be difficult, but honestly, I don't have much to show for myself here. Great. Look, there's a very simple way to verify this and you know it. Just blow the dust off your little party trick. You're serious? Lon, you're a bona fide telepath. Anyone else in your field would have a hair trigger with a power like that? Oh, this really is Ace Attorney. I got fucking superpowers. I'm not anyone. Excuse me while I roll my eyes. Look, I know how you usually operate, but I'm giving you a free pass to snoop around. You'll probably get something way more coherent now than when you inevitably have to start trespassing in a panic. Low stakes, low strain. Fine. It's not entirely exaggerating. My ability certainly could be described as mind reading, but the extent of it is so limited that I think of it as a little more than an extra tool at my disposal. If anything, it comes with enough drawbacks to outweigh the benefits most of the time. In any case, I can catch glimpses of a person's psyche. Memories, mostly. Memoralysis, I call it. The loosening of and breakdown of the barriers of memory. Though, if I said that part out loud, I'm sure Mira would tease me for being pretentious again. They're always true, but only as true as one's own perception of the event, which can get distorted by emotions and the like. And it's only about as accurate as casting a fishing line into a lake, as far as what I managed to dredge up. If I had lived in this time in no resistance, I could probably sift through to find just about anything, but that's not something I can count on in most cases. If I'm looking for something in particular, it may be obscured by other things on their mind. What I'm able to reel in one sitting is minimal, and for a very simple reason. The human brain was only meant to hold one mind after all. The entire second consciousness is too much to take on at all at once. Repeatedly subjecting myself to that strain takes a toll on me. What happened to my eye? I'm a bit more careful these days. Anyways, the world is full of mysterious things that I don't understand. I tend to attract them. Some of these fantastical things have caused me physical duress. I will likely continue to do so for the rest of my days. How wonderful is that? Let's get to work. Yeah, let's use our superpowers. It's cool animation. Oh, it's a door. I don't like doors that are just mysteriously here. Oh, this is a memory. This could be the person who died. Mira, so good to see you. While exploring a subject's memories, you can investigate your surroundings by selecting points of interest. This can be used to direct Philon's attention towards information relevant to the case, or reveal the subject's deeper thoughts and feelings, hiding below the surface of their memory. Sometimes both. No, obviously this person. Oh, look at these tarot cards. The victim of his game and the player character. She chastised me for not taking things seriously enough. Is this a way of making things simple for me, or does she really see this all as a game? The subject's memories are influenced by their perspective. Exploring their mindscape may reveal how they subconsciously framed the events. This can serve as a hint towards what you need to find in order to complete your investigation. The victim, Reese Beaumont. I haven't seen him in ages, but there's no mistaking it. That's him. Oh, I like the little icon here. It shows that it's us. I feel a little queasy. Oh, so bright! Oh, wow. Our production value here. Let's look at... Well, we walked in the door. Let's look at the foyer. Or not. What? Hello? You made it. Good to see you again, Miss Khan. Alright. Bossy employee and the boss who does whatever she wants. There you go. Oh, no, she comments on both of them. That's what it is. Okay. I thought I had to select each one of them whenever you click on there. She comments on both of them. I love the little text box. There's a lot of detail here. It's like her own little business card. Okay, so now we can comment to them. These two seem very in their element here. They make a striking pair. Tonight's the night, I hear. My baby's first night out. You told me so much about her. Cultist, right hand. The angel and devil on his shoulder. Dominic Garnett and Byrne Dion. Of all my suspects, these two have left the most distinct impressions on me. But Beaumont is the type to get along with anyone. He's a mild sort. Was, I suppose. Not too much, I hope. What do you take me for? Oh, hi, Emma! Half-heartedly busying herself with dinnerware, just like she said. Huh, I can't seem to focus on this person. Wow, weird. It seems like they're very important. Oh well. But through process of elimination, that must be Beaumont's niece. There's nothing else we can investigate about her. Huh? Hey, sorry. I'm a little busy at the moment. Here we go. Angeno. She always tries so hard. I'm certain that's Beaumont's niece, but I can't get a good look at her. She really does seem like a perfectly nice girl. My gut won't stop telling me she's in over her head. Ugh, what a useless impulse. Is everyone here gathered together? Guy's getting drunk, he's getting wasted. They're talking about people I don't know and places I've never been. Oh, that's alright. Gives me a second to go on autopilot and breathe a little. It's pretty much nothing but white noise. Well, that's a fairly typical way to recall a conversation that you weren't actually participating in. Dr. Rosales is saying something about a cafe, I think? Maybe a boutique? Something that Mira thought maybe her sound Mira thought made her sound classy and cute. I see her type is the same as ever. Oh, she has a type. It's the doctor. Mira, you coming? Huh? Oh, yeah. I think I'm being taken in a specific path. It's unbearably humid this close to the ocean, and I've been warned it's only gonna get warmer. Some people here seem to be prioritizing fashion over comfort. The fruits of years of labor are in that case. Not just hers, there's a whole team working their asses off on it. That ego she's got on her isn't just for show. I've yet to meet a soul in that department who can't stop raving about her being some generational talent. Huh, I'm kinda jealous. Some people are lucky enough to love what they're gifted at. That must be the prototype she mentioned. I'm still unclear on what it is exactly. I like the music. Very mysterious, very bopping. Hold your applause until after the demonstration, if you would. What's in that briefcase? Is it important? Is it the Pulp Fiction briefcase? I may have missed my opportunity to see whatever this is up close, but at least I can borrow Mira's. It's... What? Don't tell me she doesn't remember what it looks like! It's a thing! What is that thing? It's just a fucking... what guesses can we have on this? It is, looks like a speaking spell. Looks like a child's drawing purposefully. Be like, yeah, no, it's a bunch of jumbled things together, which is obviously the point. It's like squiggly lines and scientific something. She doesn't know what it is. She's just like, I don't remember. I didn't really care what it was. It's a pretty good rendition of it. I'm only gonna do this once, so don't blink. They're very into it. Dominic is watching Vivian. I guess that makes two of us. Seems Mira was more interested in their reactions than the demonstration itself, which is also important. Click. Click. Fire! She made fire! burst of flame reflected in her glasses. I wonder how literal it is. I mean, she's a biochemist studying sustainable fuel, not some mad scientist. She probably just had an expressive face. I've seen this look in her eye before, but not like this. She always looks so hungry. This is the first time I've been certain she caught what she was after. Dr. Rosales, you've outdone yourself! I know he's very invested in this project's success because... Beep! So he's happy. Right, attorney-client privilege. Even your subconscious takes it seriously. How is that possible? Damn. You trained it. So, what have we got? To be honest, none of this has been particularly useful, beyond corroborating what I've already been told. It wouldn't be wise to spend too long in here, but I'd also hate to leave empty-handed. Even knowing Mira wouldn't lie to me, surely she must have missed something. Is this like is this like when we go into memories and AI Somnium files, where it's like, if you say longer than 6 minutes, you're gonna fucking switch bodies or whatever. Get out! Oh good, you guys are finished out here. Celosia says she's just about done, so... I'll see myself out after I take a look at dinner. Let's just hope there's something to see. I have a hunch that she would have liked to join the adults, but she excused herself anyways. I can only imagine why. That's not what she'd tell me if I asked. Please, sit! Like how the fucking glass is blocking this character's face. I actually did see this image on Steam. I was like, oh wow, weird. The glass blocking this person's face. I'm getting a headache. Should I have paced myself better? This has to be Denise. Surely Mira thinks she plays some part in all this. Maybe if I try a little harder to pull something out of her. Sorry, Mira. Oh, Jesus! Oh, that's not good. The heiress. This card. It clearly belongs to a different game than the others. How odd. If she's not in play, then my lineup feels a little lopsided. Actually, now that I say that... used to be a thing, but not an item. Or at least that's how Vivian described it. She was pretty drunk at the time. Ah, they seem breezy. I wouldn't have assumed there was a veiled internal power struggle going on here if Dr. Rosales hadn't tipped me off to it earlier. She did say it was petty though. According to Dr. Rosales, what I just witnessed was secretly some sort of power play against him, but he doesn't seem particularly bothered. Obviously, any reaction subtle enough to escape Mira's notice won't exist in her memory, but I have to wonder if I'd have caught it in the moment either. How fake are these people exactly? He has 2 cats named Aeon and Ananke, but I've only seen them in pictures. Apparently they're very skittish. That's all she thought about. Oh look, these plates, are they empty? It's pretty unusual for a client like Reese to invite me to dinner at his own home instead of his restaurant. You think that makes it more casual, but it sure just doesn't feel that way. I gotta say, the personalized name card is a nice touch. It's almost like I'm a real member of their exclusive little club. Each of the place settings has a card with the guest's name on it. Is that standard for dinner parties of this caliber? I'm honestly not sure. I've known this girl for about 20 minutes, but Mira's known her for months, maybe years, and seems to find her just as opaque as I do. Surely it couldn't be that we're just getting old. I don't have time for early midlife crisis right now. How old is our character? She got really embarrassed when I tried to talk to her about a show we both like. Ah, youth. Is that youth? He gives great music recommendations, but I get the feeling that no one regularly asks him but me. Close associates are always going to come under intense scrutiny in a case like this. The second in command, most of all. Perhaps I should consider the likelihood that this incident will reveal something that mundane. If I had anyone else's luck, maybe I'm not holding my breath. He seems unbothered by blah, beep. That's probably a sign I shouldn't worry too much about. Beep. Was he having an affair or something? He doesn't have a wife. If even her subconscious is shutting me out, then something tells me I won't get anywhere by asking her directly. Someone for some reason wanted him dead. Realistically, it was probably one of these pleasant people. I need something to narrow down my scope before I devolve into paranoia. I need a lead. All I get is this. It's cracked and everything. She's giving me the evil eye. Actually, now that I say that. Oh, you can see the cards? Oh, you can see the cards again. Lawyer, CEO, savant, gentleman, right hand, cultist. He's not a cultist. Ingenieur, and heiress. Look at this art. All the art's very good. Something else I can focus on though. Do I have to go back? Okay, so we can't leave empty-handed. That's what I'm getting. Even though Mira wouldn't lie to me, surely she must have missed something. She must have out after I take a look at dinner. Let's just hope there's something to say. Okay, so something has to be here. Getting a headache. And then there's a noise that happens when I look at this card. How odd. I say that. Yeah, it is lopsided. For some reason. Can't investigate any more than this. Oh, the glass. Seems unbothered, but no, it's just talking to him. That was picking out the glass specifically. That's where Mira sits. Oh wait, there is someone missing. You're right. It's pretty unusual for a client like Reese to invite me to dinner. No. But... Wait a moment. The empty place setting means Beaumont was expecting a seventh guest on the night of the murder. No one's made any note of them. But maybe a lead is a lead. I should ask Mira who this mystery person is. Ah, okay. Oh, now we can continue. There's nothing else we can observe, right? Hang on. We can't see it. Again, you're obviously important, but I don't know anything about you yet. Well, we have the progress. We have to investigate this table specifically. So there is indeed someone missing. Yeah, we can go back. Fade to white. So, how was it? Shockingly literal. I'm very down to earth and highly observant. And so humble, too. It's exactly like you said, though. Though I would have appreciated a slightly less external point of view. Well, I'm sorry for feeling alienated at a dinner party where everyone else has known each other for decades. That's my first question, actually. Why were you there, Mira? Because I'm a delight in the life of the party. I knew that already. Like, he answered very, yeah, no, I already knew that. And because Beaumont wanted this lawyer present for the first unveiling of the company's shiny new patent. That makes more sense. Yeah. It's an unnecessary formality, as I'm sure you know. But he didn't seem to mind tacking on a few more billable hours to have me there as the world's most expensive neutral party. These people. Is he really that worried about it causing a scene? Can't say. Some days it feels like they just need their petty drama to spice up a frankly pretty boring profession. Other days, I don't know, I wasn't really in the loop like that. They keep a pretty tight inner circle. I guess there must be some trust among them. An inner circle. Wait, Mira, there was someone who was invited and didn't show up. Huh? In your memory, there was an extra place setting out the table. Oh, that's right! Beaumont mentioned that someone from the Serafini family had been invited. What? When you say family, do you mean like a mafia family? Or they're the old money, old-fashioned types around here, so they've had disagreements with the Beaumonts in the past. I guess it was an olive branch or a power play, depending how confident he was in the prototype. Either way, Beaumont didn't seem particularly offended when he got stood up, so I forgot he even mentioned it. Interesting. It could easily be nothing, but that seems important. So, see, look at us, cutting to the chase. I told you there was no need to hold back. I suppose. That's the power of, what do you call it again? Even she has a difficult... Memokinesis? Okay, I don't even mispronounce it that bad, lady. Memoralysis. Are you sure? I think mine sounds cooler. It does kind of sound cooler. Memokinesis. Yes, but kinesis generally refers to movement, and I'm not moving anything around in there. And for that matter, lysis has a well-established basis in medical terminology, so it's far more appropriate. I'm not capable of flippant mental sorcery. I'm enacting a specific sort of treatment on my subject. Loser. What? He's so pretentious. That's exactly why I didn't say anything before. If no one else is claiming to have experienced this phenomena, then I think I'm within my rights to name it. Oh, you should talk to her or patent it. I guess it's just... You could be walking around calling yourself a memomancer right now, man. I'm not the magician, Mira. Even if I was, I wouldn't be loudly advertising it. Sounds like a pain. I swear, the universe only gave you this power because it thought it'd be funny to drop it on such a boring guy. Oh, this dude's getting roasted. Our main character is just not dropping the pretentious allegations, poor dude. Sorry for not using my powers in a more entertaining way. Yeah, you could do party tricks. Alright, if we're done here, you should probably go pay a visit to the elusive Miss James. Get her blessing to take this any further. Pretty sure she hasn't ventured any farther than the sitting room upstairs since she found him. So Celosia was the first to stumble on the body. That's to be expected. But it seems she's the only other living person living here. And she's still up there. Unless she climbed out the window and slipped out the back, I'd say probably yeah. Just follow the hallway at the top of the stairs all the way to the back. I'm sure she'll announce herself. And Philon, please be delicate. What? I'm the most delicate dude around here. Don't worry, I got this. The air in here is thick with a scent I can't identify. I have to assume it's all these candles she has burning. It's a little overwhelming, but they don't smell half bad. Less sensory nightmare fragrance store and more refined meditation studio. Not that I'm an expert on the subject. Sorry to have kept you waiting. But an unnerving voice. Oh, you must be... Oh, hello, ma'am, who looks half dead. Celosia James. It's good to see you, Mr. Delancey. Though I suppose good isn't really the right word, is it? Actually, it's been a bit of a nightmare. So this is the infamous Beaumont heiress. I honestly can't tell if she's what I expected or not. She hardly seems larger than life now that she's in front of me, that's for sure. Let's see what I can coax out of the little mess. I can only imagine how difficult this must be for you. I don't mean to be insensitive, but it would be helpful to hear what happened directly from you. You mean about how I found my uncle's body? And the night before, if you could. I see. I kept busy with dinner most of the evening since we had guests. After that, I talked with Emma a while, until I got late. What kept you two talking so long? Oh, this and that.
That's nothing important, I guess. Is that all?
More or less. I brought tea to Uncle's study around town, like usual, but I didn't see him. I didn't really think much of it, since he's so busy. And the next morning I found him on the patio with a knife in his chest.
I see.
I sound terribly suspicious, don't I? You can say so.
You look terribly suspicious.
It would have been easy for me, and I had quite a lot of game. It's a bit cliche, though.
She looks deadly serious. This isn't a confession, is it?
No, quite the opposite. It's more like a request for your assistance.
Were you the one that called them? So it was you who sent for me.
I don't trust that the truth will come to light on its own, Mr. Delancey. There's simply too many people with too much weight to draw around for that. Though I'm sure you've noticed that much already, Detective. A bunch of big fish in a little pond. If anyone's getting thrown under the bus, it's going to be me. I'm sure you see why I need a neutral party.
That's quite a leap of faith to make for a stranger.
I didn't have much choice in the matter. I wouldn't have known who to call if not for your history with Uncle. He spoke fondly of you, enough to leave an impression.
I'm even more sorry we never got a chance to speak again, then.
Oh, but more importantly, I knew you owed him.
I see. I think I'm starting to get a bit uneasy about this arrangement. Something feels off. No, not something, someone. Strange girl. It's like she's staring into my soul.
So, I'm working for you now. To my knowledge, you didn't make any sort of binding agreement with him, but I hoped you weren't sort to go back on your word.
I suppose I don't have much of a choice then.
So you'll help me?
I'll get to the bottom of this case as best I can. For the right price, I want $10,000. Even I can't guarantee that will look without knowing anything. Or the perpetual energy source, that sounds nice.
I can use it to power my house. But as long as you don't have anything to hide, you'll be fine.
Oh, well. That's fucked. I have tons to hide. She's just staring at me.
Celosia? Yes.
You did tell me everything, right? Even if it seems unimportant, you never know what details could be helpful later. Cough, cough. She's just ellipsing right now.
The door to Uncle's study.
Huh?
The one that leads out to the deck. It was closed when I checked in on him, and open in the morning.
Oh,
I see. Not quite what I was expecting after whatever that was.
There's no way that's it. But for some reason I'm nervous to push her. Is that really all?
Pardon?
I can't help you if you're not transparent with me.
I wouldn't lie to you, Mr. Delancey.
Not even by omission.
I'm not... No. It's just thinking about it too much. It...
Shit, it looks like she's about to cry. How did I manage to mess this up already? Sorry, Mira. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to distress you further. It's just really critical that you're able to recall as much about the incident as possible, even if it's hard. Wait here. I open up the bag by my thigh and rummage around a bit. What do we got? Do we have some candies? We got like a little toy or something? I don't know what we have. Luckily, there's a mostly empty packet of tissues crammed deep in there between a stick of gum and my spare sunglasses. That's it. Give her some sunglasses. She needs them. Her eyes are very bloodshot. I offer her the rest of the packet. She does not look particularly touched or impressed by this gesture. What would you like me to do with this? Like some fucking napkins you took out of your damn bag. What the hell? You seem like you were about to need them. Oh, it's okay to cry if you need to. You don't need to feel you don't have to feel embarrassed by that. No, I can't. Losing a close family member so suddenly, it's completely understandable that you take that hard. I can't. What do you mean? If you're my client, then I consider it my duty to face this head on. I'm not going to shy away from anything. That means I'm not going to leave you without support either. Please trust me with this. It's okay. Please, don't. Huh? Oh? Celosia, behind you! Oh my. Pardon me, a moment, please. A small flame is sizzling on that leaf. Sizzling away on one of the leaves belonging to the poor ficus behind her. Looking at it now, it seems like one of her sweet-smelling candles tipped over, and the wax is pooling into what I imagine is a rather expensive hardwood table. Though I don't really get how it fell over like that, or how it ignited the plant in that way. Celosia stands, pats down her skirt, and walks over to a faintly smoking houseplant with the same neutral expression she's worn this whole time. She slips one of her gloves off and smothers the burning leaf between her fingers without flinching. Damn. What a mess. I'm sorry, but I should clean this up before the wax solidifies any further. What the hell was that? Are you okay? Didn't that hurt? I decided not to say. Right. Do I have your permission to investigate the estate then? The police were still collecting evidence from Uncle's rooms last I checked, but the patio itself should be accessible. Oh, so the police are here. Alright. I was wondering about them. His study was only one of 2 ways to access it. You can still use the entrance in the main hall. Now if you'll excuse me. I gotta go put a band-aid on my hand. I just burnt it. Fuck. Run cold water over it. Maybe some icy hot. Celosia holds her still dripping candle close to her chest and hurries off out of the room without any word. I simply watch her go. Also without another word. Guess there's nothing left to do here for now. That could be, it's just the way she's going through trauma right now is putting out a fire with her bare hands. But I have no idea. It looked like she was going to get angry more than sad. Once you leave this room, the demo will conclude. Continue. Not yet. Can we look at stuff here? There's no time for me to sit around here. Besides, this couch looks very dusty anyways. Oh, can you? Oh, you can look at things. There was other things I could have looked at. Oh. Maybe in the fall game I'll look at it more. Cute tea set. Presumably belonging to Celosia. The loose leaves she left out smell fresh and floral, but I doubt I could correctly identify them. Someone has decided to scrawl a little heart instead of a proper label on this jar? Perhaps it's the lady's favorite. That was odd. I must have missed something when my attention was on her, but I can't imagine what. Actually, while I'm on the subject, leaving all these burning candles unattended is a hell of a fire hazard. I hope this isn't how she usually does things. Damn it. Is that a book? A book is tucked behind a small statue. Just one. Seems like a pretty lonely place for it. That's true. It must be very special. It looks like an especially well-loved copy of Murder on the Orient Express. Maybe it's behind the glass for sentimental reasons. Shout out to Murder on the Orient Express. I never saw those movies. I just know that obviously they were based off books, so the books came first, but I never saw the movies based on them. I heard the first one was pretty decent, and then they kind of got worse after. Gal Gadot was in one of them, and I heard that one was bad. Selection of various wines, mostly local and mostly unopened. Actually, the local ones are the unopened ones. Maybe they were a gift. Yeah, but you can interact with things. demo will conclude. Let's leave. And there it goes. That's the demo. Memoralysis, the Scorched Home. Scorched Home. She's gonna burn this house. Thank you for playing the demo version of Memoralysis. We hope to see you again when the time comes to uncover the truth. Wishlist on Steam. Follow along with development on our Twitter or through the mailing list. Sound art direction by Mads. Story art and direction by Mads England, artist of this wonderful piece here. And sound by Joan Dark. I also follow them on Twitter. They make some good stuff. Oh, I didn't save. Oh well, that's fine. It's a demo anyway. But that was the demo. This has a lot of great production value. Music's pretty good too. I also like the menus. Like, it's very fits the aesthetic. And I did not know what to expect when playing this game. It does have the main character has a special power gimmick, so it does seem like there will be puzzles. It actually does remind me a little bit about, I was comparing it to Ace Attorney, and it kind of is, since I think our character is a lawyer, or used to be one. But it seems like it's got like AI similarities, AI Somnium file similarities, where you go into people's memories and solve the little puzzles in there. Like the first one is pretty easy. Just click on. I say it's easy. It took me like 5 minutes to figure out what I wanted, but it was my first time playing it. You click on the empty seat to realize, oh, there was someone supposed to be here, hasn't been mentioned before, and they didn't come. Either they're dead or they have. I doubt they're the murderer because I don't know. But who knows? Obviously, Celosia, the girl that we talked to, is very suspicious, very weird. Maybe she has the same power I do. I don't know. But yeah, no, it does have similar Ace Attorney vibes. Ace Attorney characters had wild, freaky powers sometimes to solve their cases. I think Miles Edgeworth placed chess in his mind or something. It was cool to see that in this game. A lot of names are thrown at me, and hard to remember all of them. But that comes with getting into a murder mystery and playing it for the first time. Probably will get to know more about them as you go through it. This was a very well-paced demo. It did draw a lot of names at first, but then when you go through the memory from Mira's perspective, it did a good job at showing them all in their environment and seeing what was going on. Yeah, I'm very interested in this game, in the full version. I'm very excited to see what they do with it. This was a fun time. I'm excited to play it in the future. I've already wishlisted it, and yeah, if you want to check it out, check out the demo. You know, let's see it for yourself. Maybe there are other clickable things I didn't click on. Whatever. But that is it for the demo. Has it been only like an hour and a half? I need to take a little break.